phrasal verbs, they're such a fundamental part of English.
Mm-hmm.
And yet for anyone learning the language, they can sometimes feel like you're navigating a minefield.
Absolutely. These little combinations, a verb plus a preposition or adverb, they just pack so much meaning.
Yeah, and often in ways you wouldn't quite expect just from the words themselves.
Exactly. It's that gap, isn't it, between the literal words and the idiomatic meaning. That's what makes them fascinating, but also, yeah, sometimes frustrating.
True. But getting a handle on even a core set of them, that can really boost your understanding and your fluency.
No doubt about it.
And that's really what we're trying to do here in this deep dive. Our mission today, unpack 50 essential phrasal verbs.
50? That's a good number.
Yeah, and not just giving definitions, but, providing clear, practical examples to help them stick.
Right, make them usable.
So if you ever felt a bit lost in like a sea of these word pairings, we're here to try and make them feel much more manageable.
Almost like unlocking a secret level of English, maybe?
Yeah, I like that. Think of it as understanding the building blocks of more natural, everyday English.
Mm-hmm. These aren't just things you find in textbooks. This is the language people actually use all the time.
Okay, so let's dive in. Let's look at our first group, phrasal verbs about things stopping or starting.
Good place to begin.
We'll kick off with breakdown. Now, we know break usually means like to shatter something. What happens when you add down?
Well, that's a great point. While break can be about physical shattering, breakdown usually means something stops working, especially machines or cars.
Oh.
So you might hear, my car broke down on the way to work. It just means it stopped functioning.
Right. So the down kind of implies it's not working anymore.
Yeah.
Move down in functionality.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. A negative change in state, non-operational.
Makes sense. Okay, next up is call off. What happens when something gets called off?
Right, call off. That means it's canceled, abandoned, essentially.
Canceled. Got it.
Like they had to call off the picnic because of the storm. The event is sort of called away from happening.
Okay. Like a game being stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have carry on. This one feels a little more straightforward.
It does, yeah. Carry on just means continue, keep doing something.
Mm-hmm.
A teacher might say, please carry on with your reading. The action is being sustained, moved forward.
Got it. And what about give up? That sounds final.
It often is, yeah. Give up means to stop trying, often because something feels too hard.
Right.
So, important advice. Never give up on your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You're essentially surrendering the effort.
Definitely good advice.
Yeah.
Now, go on. This seems really similar to carry on. Is there like a subtle difference?
They are very close, yeah. Both mean continue. But go on can sometimes suggest there was a little pause or transition first.
Oh, okay.
For instance, he took a breath, then went on talking. See? Or it can be used to encourage someone, like, go on, tell me what happened.
Ah, I see. That slight nuance, the prompting or the brief pause. That makes sense.
Okay, last one for this group. Set up. This feels like it could have a few uses.
You're right. It does. Set up can mean just arranging something, preparing. Like, we need to set up the room for the meeting.
Okay.
But it can also mean establishing or starting something new. Often a business or maybe an organization. They finally set up their own coffee shop.
Right. So context is key there.
Definitely.
Okay, let's move into our next category. This one's about interactions and relationships. First, bring up. What does it mean to bring something up?
Bring up means you introduce a topic into the conversation.
Ah, okay.
For example, during the meeting, she brought up the budget concerns. It's like you're taking an idea and putting it on the table, so to speak.
That's a good way to visualize it. Okay. What about catch up with? That sounds like trying to reach someone or get up to speed.
Exactly. Catch up with means reaching the same level as others, maybe in studies or work, or just getting updated on news you missed.
You might say, I was sick last week, so now I need to catch up with my homework.
A familiar feeling for many, I bet. Okay, next. Get along with. This is about having a good relationship, right?
Precisely. Get along with means you have a friendly, harmonious relationship. No major conflicts. Like, luckily, I get along really well with my neighbors.
Always a bonus.
Excellent.
And look after. Seems pretty clear.
Yes. Look after just means take care of someone or something, be responsible for their well-being.
Like looking after kids or pets.
Exactly. Could you look after my plants while I'm away?
A classic request.
No.
Lastly in this group, take after. This one always makes me think of family resemblances.
That's its main meaning, yep. Take after means to resemble a family member. Could be looks, personality, maybe even habits.
Okay.
For example, he really takes after his dad. They both love tinkering with cars. It's interesting how after here suggests following or mirroring.
Yeah. Okay, next group. We're diving into discovery and understanding. First one. Come across. How do we come across something?
Come across means you find something, or even someone, purely by chance, unexpectedly.
Ah, so not intentionally searching.
Right, like, I came across this interesting article while browsing online. You weren't specifically looking for that article.
A happy accident. What about come up with? That sounds more active, more deliberate.
It is. Come up with means to invent, create, or suggest something new. An idea, a plan, a solution.
Okay.
You'd say, the marketing team needs to come up with a new campaign slogan. It's about active generation.
What we hope for in brainstorming.
Okay.
Figure out. This is all about solving a mental puzzle, right?
Exactly. Figure out means to understand something or find the solution to something confusing or difficult.
Like assembling furniture.
Ah, definitely. Can you help me figure out these instructions of very common use?
Yeah. And find out. How's that different from figure out?
Find out is more about discovering a specific piece of information or a fact, often something that was previously unknown or maybe even hidden. Like, she eventually found out who sent the anonymous gift. It's about uncovering information.
Got it. Essential for getting the facts. Then look into. Feels like investigating.
Precisely. Look into means to investigate or examine something more closely. A problem, a situation, maybe a complaint. The police are looking into the cause of the accident. It implies a careful, detailed review.
Important for getting answers.
Yeah.
And the last one here is look up. I think language learners know this one well.
Indeed. Look up means searching for information, usually in a dictionary, maybe a phone book, or most commonly now, online.
Right.
If you don't know the word, just look it up. The up kind of suggests directing your attention towards that source of information.
Makes sense. Okay, shifting gears now. Group 4, changes and adjustments. First, cut down on. What do we usually cut down on?
Cut down on means reducing the amount of something. Often it's something you consume, maybe something seen as excessive or not so healthy.
Like sugar or coffee.
Exactly. I'm trying to cut down on caffeine. It's about making a conscious reduction.
Good plan. Next, do-over. Sounds like getting a second chance.
Pretty much. Do-over means to do something again, usually because the first try wasn't good enough or there was a mistake.
Okay.
The teacher made him do the essay over because it had too many errors. Repeating for improvement.
Not fun, but sometimes needed.
Yeah.
What about get back? Seems simple enough.
Generally, yes. Get back usually means return. Return to a place or return to someone, like in communication. I need to get back home before dark, or thanks for your message, I'll get back to you tomorrow. It signifies returning.
Very useful phrase. Then get over. This often involves recovery, doesn't it?
That's right. Get over means recovering from something difficult, an illness, maybe a breakup, a disappointment. It took him a while to get over the flu, or she's finding it hard to get over the bad news. It's that process of moving past something tough.
An important process. Next is put off. I think we've all done this one.
Probably. Put off means to postpone or delay doing something. Procrastinate, basically. Let's put off making a decision until we have more information. Rescheduling for later.
The art of delay. Now, turn down. This one has a couple of meanings, right?
Yes, it does. Good point. Turn down can mean reject, like an offer, an invitation, an application.
No.
He turned down the job offer because the salary was too low, but it also means lowering the volume or intensity of something.
Like music or heating.
Exactly. Could you turn down the radio, please?
Got it. And its opposite, turn up, also has that dual meaning, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Turn up can mean to appear, often unexpectedly, or maybe just arrive late. We waited for ages, but Sarah never turned up. And yes, it also means increasing the volume or intensity. Turn up the TV, I can't hear it.
Right. Two useful meanings there. Okay, group 5, actions involving objects. First up, drop off.
Drop off. This means taking someone, or maybe something, to a place and leaving them there, often by car.
Okay.
Can I drop you off at the train station? It implies delivery to a specific spot.
Very handy. What about fill in? I usually think of forms.
That's its most common use, definitely. Fill in means to complete a document by writing information in the blank spaces. Please fill in this application carefully.
A necessary chore sometimes.
Yeah.
Then hand in what students do with homework.
Exactly. Hand in means to submit work. An assignment, a report, an application form.
Right.
You need to hand in your project by Friday.
That deadline again. Next is pick up. Another very common, useful one.
Yes, pick up means to collect someone or something.
Like picking someone up from the airport?
Yep, I'll pick you up at 8. Or collecting items. Could you pick up some milk on your way home?
Essential for daily life.
Mm-hmm.
What about put on? Simple one. Clothes.
Precisely. Put on means placing clothes, shoes, maybe accessories onto your body.
Okay.
It's cold, put on your sweater.
Good advice. And the opposite, take off, relates to clothes too, but it also has that other big meaning.
You're right. Take off means remove clothing. He took off his shoes at the door. But yes, it famously means an airplane departing, leaving the ground. Our flight took off an hour late. Context is absolutely crucial there.
Definitely. Okay. Throw away. Pretty straightforward.
It is. Throw away just means discard. Get rid of something you don't want or need anymore. Put it in the trash.
Sorry?
Don't throw away those old magazines. I want to read them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Lastly, in this group, try on. What we do in clothes shops.
Exactly. Try on means putting on clothes to check the fit or just to see if you like how they look.
Makes sense.
I need to try on these jeans before I buy them.
Right. Okay, next group. States of being and events. First, dress up. We had put on earlier. How's dress up different?
Good question. Dress up implies wearing smarter, more formal, or special clothes, usually for a specific occasion like a party or a wedding.
Ah, so it's about the level of formality.
Yeah, it's more than just getting dressed. We decided to dress up for dinner at the fancy restaurant.
Got it. What about grow up?
Mm-hmm.
A lifelong process, right?
Well, it refers specifically to the process of maturing from childhood to adulthood. Where did you grow up? Is a common question about someone's childhood location.
Right. A fundamental part of life's story. Then, hang out. Sounds relaxed.
It is. Hang out means spending time relaxing, socializing informally, usually with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just hang out at my place this weekend. Very casual.
Nice way to unwind.
Mm-hmm.
What about pass out? Doesn't sound relaxing at all.
No, definitely not. Pass out means to faint, lose consciousness.
Oh, dear. It was so hot and crowded that someone passed out.
Yikes. Something to avoid. Next is show up.
Hopefully people do this when expected.
That's the idea. Show up means to arrive at a place, especially one where you're expected. He promised he'd be there, but he didn't show up. Often implies arrival, sometimes punctuality or lack thereof.
Okay. What about stand out? Sounds like being noticeable.
Exactly. Stand out means being easily noticeable, maybe because you're different or something is particularly striking. With her bright pink hair, she really stands out in a crowd.
Easy to spot. And the last one in this group, wake up.
Oh.
Daily routine for most.
Indeed. Wake up means stop sleeping. Simple as that.
Okay.
What time do you usually wake up?
Got it. Now, group 7, communication and attention. First is hold on.
Hold on means wait, usually for just a short time, very common on the phone.
Right.
Can you hold on for a second while I find that file? A polite way to ask for a pause.
Okay. What about point out? Directing attention.
Yes, point out means drawing attention to something specific, often a detail, maybe a mistake, or something someone might have missed. Thanks for pointing out that typo.
Helpful. Next is speak up. Something I might need in a noisy room.
Exactly. Speak up means talk louder, increase your volume.
Yeah.
Could you speak up a bit? We can't hear you at the back.
Essential sometimes. And the last one here, write down.
Write down simply means to record something in writing. Make a note of it.
Like an address or a phone number.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Make sure you write down the meeting time so you don't forget.
Always a good idea. Okay, group 8. Maintenance and progress. First, keep up with. This can feel like a challenge sometimes.
It certainly can. Keep up with means staying at the same level or pace as someone or something else, not falling behind.
Right.
It's hard to keep up with her. She walks so fast. Or it's tough to keep up with the news these days.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way.
Yeah.
What about run out of? The classic household emergency.
Ah, yes. Run out of means you've used all of something and have no more left. Oh no, we've run out of milk. The horror.
The breakfast crisis. Okay, take over. Sounds like a change in control.
Exactly. Take over means to assume control of something, a company, a project, a responsibility.
Okay.
She will take over as CEO next month. a transfer of power or leadership.
Got it. And the last one in this group is workout. This has a couple of common meanings, right?
Yes, it does. Very useful. Workout can mean to exercise, physical training.
Like going to the gym.
Right. I try to work out 3 times a week. But it also means finding a solution to a problem or figuring something out, often through calculation or discussion.
Ah.
Don't worry, we can work out the details later. Or, it took me a while to work out the answer to the puzzle.
Both very practical uses.
Okay.
We're almost there. Group 9, anticipation and awareness. First, look forward to. This is usually a nice one.
Absolutely. Look forward to means anticipating something with pleasure, feeling excited about a future event.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to my holiday. You expect to enjoy it.
A great feeling. And the last one in this category, watch out. This is a warning, isn't it?
Yes, a crucial one. Watch out is used to warn someone about immediate danger or something they need to be careful of. Watch out, that car's coming fast. Or watch out for ice on the pavement. It's an alert.
Definitely important to pay attention to that one. And finally, our last group, just one entry here, creation or resolution. And it is makeup, which also has a couple of key meanings.
That's right. Makeup can mean to invent something, a story, an excuse, maybe a lie.
Okay.
He was late, so he made up an excuse about traffic. But it also means to reconcile after an argument, to become friends again.
Ah, right.
They had a big fight, but they made up the next day. Forgiveness and reconciliation.
So there we have it. Wow. 50 essential phrasal verbs unpacked with explanations and examples. That was quite a linguistic journey.
It really was. Hopefully this deep dive has, demystified some of these tricky little combinations.
Yeah, I hope so too. These phrasal verbs are just so deeply woven into everyday English, aren't they?
Absolutely. And understanding them isn't just about memorizing lists. It's about getting a feel for how the language actually works, how native speakers communicate naturally.
Mm-hmm. So you listening now, you have a solid toolkit to start recognizing these and hopefully using them with a bit more confidence.
Exactly. And remember, the more you hear them, the more you see them in context, and crucially, the more you try to use them yourself, the more natural they'll start to feel. Don't be afraid to give them a go.
Good point. Even making mistakes is part of learning, right?
Absolutely. It's all part of the process. Just keep listening, keep practicing, keep expanding that understanding.
Okay, so as a final thought, reflecting on how these small word pairs can carry such specific, sometimes unexpected meanings. What other areas of English do you find particularly interesting or maybe challenging? What else would you be curious for us to unpack in a future deep dive?